Cornell, so join us then. Our first guest tonight is a multi-platinum recording artist and the world's friendliest TV judge. Her new show is called The X Factor. You can watch it Wednesday and Thursday nights on Fox. Please say hello to Paula Abdul. It's great to see you. How you doing?
Doing wonderful, thank you.
You were free of Simon. You could have lived out the rest of your days hiding in in a tract house in Tucson, perhaps under an alias, and he would never have his clutches on you again. And yet there you are together on TV. How about that?
How about that?
How did this happen?
I wasn't thinking. But then again, that's when I do my best work.
You've actually been right on it this year. You haven't said anything weird at all. And being honest, I'm disappointed.
Well, thank you so much, I guess.
I like it when you say something and Simon goes like, "Bah!" And then you look at him and the whole thing happens.
I'm telling you, it's great. He decided he had to have a live audience at the auditions, and it's fantastic. I wish we had live audiences all the time, because when he tries to pretend he can't understand me, the audience is yelling, "We understand you."
Oh, really? Is that right? Are you in love with Simon? Because it's almost getting like Sam and Diane on Cheers, where it's, you know, it's like, oh, they don't like each other, they don't like each other. Why do they keep winding up back together? That's interesting.
It's just one of those strange, like, we're both strange ones.
Are you friendly? I know, like, he had a birthday last week. Do you get him a present? I mean, how deep does this friendship go?
It is hard buying him gifts.
What? Oh, you did buy him something.
Oh, yes, I got him a walker, like a walker that's like chromed out and with hydraulic wheels and stuff.
No tennis balls?
And I had to tell him that, you know, hydraulics, you know, it's like absorbs the shock, like in a rap video, Simon.
To convince him it was cool?
Thank you. And I got him a year free, like a year's supply of free Polydent.
Oh, that's nice.
And then my favorite gift I got him was, it's really cool, I spent a lot of time on this. He loves those aviator sunglasses, and I had them custom made for him with the reflective mirror on the inside.
So he can look at himself? That's very clever. And dangerous, by the way. I mean, he could really... You might be trying to kill him with that if he drives with them.
He's his favorite subject.
I would think so. What were you like up to? What were you doing when he called you and said, I want you to be, and he really put the pressure on? Were you enjoying yourself?
I was getting ready to jump off a cliff.
Were you really? Were you getting stir crazy?
No, I wouldn't. It was only 3 hours after I left Idol.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
No, seriously, I was getting ready to go on vacation. I hadn't taken a vacation. I was excited, and then the first person, I can't believe you did it. What am I going to do?
Oh, I see.
No, but he, you know, the thing is that we have a very funny but very transparent, honest, weird relationship, and it just like we got each other after almost 9 years. It took that long.
It does seem like there's real affection there between you, and maybe more so than there was on American Idol.
Well, he's grown up a little.
Has he really? I find that hard to believe.
I said a little.
A little bit?
Just a little bit.
Now, this week on The X Factor, the contestants are coming to your house, which seems like a terrible, terrible idea. Sometimes they get mad, they smash things. Why would you allow these people into your home?
It was not my idea.
Okay.
But, you know, and of course, I got the groups. So that category, that's multiple people.
Oh, great. How many people did you have marching through your house?
Over half of the allotment.
Really?
Seriously. Well, it's not, I had, I think, 32 people.
32 people? In
No,
your
I
home?
had more than that, actually. Yeah, I had, because we had 8. I can't give it away.
Okay.
But no, I had a lot of people. But it's great because it was, we shot most of it outdoors.
Oh, good.
When we
Nothing
came
was
access.
stolen? They didn't take a raft or anything like that?
Nothing was stolen, and I was smart enough to make sure that the address, I covered up the address, and I just wrote in marker Simon's address.
Do you give these people advice because You kind of overnight, I mean, from our perspective anyway,
A long time overnight.
became this huge star all of a sudden. And do you talk to them about that? Because a lot of them become stars even before they record a song just from being on the show.
Being on the show. You know what? I think that the best advice I could give them is to, honestly, to really absorb the stuff. Write down, document, whether it's your first, anything that your first time, you know, put it down in your diary, video record it, you know, put it in your digital recorder. Make sure that you really kind of like record the first time you hear your song on the radio or
Do you
whenever
remember the first time you heard your song on the radio?
Oh my God, I'd never forget it.
Oh, well, where were you?
I happened to be with my sister in the car, and I was in LA, I was driving on Sunset Boulevard, and when Tower Records used to be right there, and I had been hearing the master recordings, and all of a sudden I thought I was hearing what I was listening to in my CD player, but then I heard it kind of outside from another car at the stoplight. I could hear in the next car. How could they have the same? That's how I figured it out.
Oh, wow.
My sister says, "Dummy, your song's on the radio. Turn on the radio." Seriously, that's how I found out, and it was really exciting.
Do you still get excited when you hear one of your songs on the radio? Does that ever go away?
It never goes away.
Yeah, of course not.
Never goes away.
And I heard a story that I want to verify with you. Michael Bolton. Michael Bolton was your babysitter. True?
True.
That's
Hard to believe, but true. And he had that hair.
He was a teenager at the time, and your parents hired Michael Bolton to watch you?
Interestingly enough, and this is another Sunset. Oh my God, this is another Tower Record reference too. My sister was really good friends with Michael Bolton and Michael Bolton's girlfriend Maureen, who at the time we later married, and my sister used to hang out with him, and he was an aspiring singer-songwriter teenager that flew from Westport, Connecticut to LA to try to make it in songwriting and as an artist. And I used to get so pissed off when he'd babysit me, because I would be a brownie, my little 7 years old in my little brownie outfit, and he'd never help me do my homework. He would only want to just jam with the rest of the musicians in the building that I lived in. So I was used to it, and I had one of those L-shaped couches, and he went outside, and I knew he wouldn't be coming back for a while, so I ran on my knees on the couch, and there was a pencil sticking up in the cushion, and I ran over the pencil. I was like, I totally jammed in my leg, and he had to take me to the hospital. I still have a scar on my knee and he was so just disinterested and just didn't care. And the bottom line is then, so years later, we moved away. My sister, and he used to sing me to sleep, which was really sweet.
Oh, that's nice.
But years later, I'm driving, and Straight Up is already hit, and we're on Sunset Boulevard with my sister again, and we hear this song, and my sister goes, "Do you remember Bolotin?" Because his last name was Bolotin.
Really?
Doesn't that sound like Bolotin? I went, yeah, it kind of does. And they back announced the song, and they said, "From the Hunger album, this is Michael Bolton." And we turned the car around, went into Tower Records. Truth be told, we find his album, and I get a phone call from my agent who says, "I just got the weirdest call. Some manager called named Lewis, who says he manages a guy, Michael Bolton, and Michael Bolton wants to have you maybe choreograph his tour, but he needs to know something. Are you the same bratty Paula Abdul that he used to babysit?" And I went, "Are you kidding me?" I go, "Julie, you have to say no. They say no." And my sister and I went and met him at the Sunset Marquee later that day at 4 o'clock, and he walked out and almost fainted when he saw my sister and I. And then I had to figure out how to choreograph.
Well, you know what? That's a fantastic story. I heard it this afternoon. And this afternoon, we tracked Michael Bolton down. And when we come back, we're going to talk to him about his babysitting skills, which I think are lacking. Paula Abdul is here, the X Factor, Wednesday and Thursday nights on Fox. We'll be right back. Hi there, we're back. It's more Cinema Club on the way. Paula Abdul is with us. Paula, we just learned something shocking, to me anyway. Paula, when she was 7 years old, her babysitter was none other than Michael Bolton, and we tracked Michael Bolton down.
I cannot believe
and
it.
he's with us right now. Hi, Michael.
How you doing, Jimmy?
Good. Michael just got off stage in South Dakota, and he's with us via Skype. Now, Michael, can you confirm that you were indeed Paula's babysitter?
I don't know what she's talking about. My life. Yes, we we were hanging out with Wendy, with her sister, and we couldn't leave her alone. She was too young to be left alone. So, we
Really?
basically,
But you guys left me alone all the time. And look what happened to me.
you're going to get me in trouble. Now I'm like the bad babysitter, but you know, that was not my job. It was somebody else's responsibility.
You have to be held accountable for your actions, Michael. Michael, we also tracked down the pencil that went into Paula, and
Now that story, I don't know.
Yeah, I was crying like a baby.
well, you were a baby, kind of.
But you were adorable. I don't remember you being that much of a brat.
Yeah, it's because you were singing with your friends in the building while she was jumping around on the couch.
You used to,
I didn't know we were supposed to watch her. You know,
used to sing Shake It Up Baby, and used to go twist and moo. I remember that.
What do you remember
I
about?
remember that.
What do you remember about Paula as a little kid? Was she good? Did she behave?
She's adorable. She's still adorable, you know. But I don't remember any pencils and, you know.
You don't remember any pencils. Do you remember driving her to the hospital?
I think
With my sister.
She's confusing that with ice cream. I think we took her out for ice cream.
Oh, really?
Yes, pencil jammed in my leg, blood, and ice cream.
There's some whitewashing going on here, Paula, I think. But you know, the statute of limitations is up. She can't file suit against you yet.
Okay, yes, she did have a pencil in her leg.
Seriously, Michael, the best, it was just the best seeing your expression on your face when my sister and I were there. But then the friendship that we were able to, you know, get going as
A friendship that is now over, as far as I'm concerned.
She's a sweetheart, and she's now, since that time, she was a brownie. Now she's a superstar, and she's still a real person, and she's adorable, and I love
Michael,
her so.
I love
Well,
you
thank
too.
you, Michael.
I love you
It's great to see you. Thanks so much. Michael Bolton, everyone, the worst babysitter, but a wonderful man. And Michael has a new album out now called Jim's The Duets Collection, and I wanted to mention
fantastic.
that, and I wanted to thank you for being here. What a
Thank
crazy
you.
story that is.
Isn't it?
Hollywood is weird. It
It
really
is.
is. Watch it, and you can see it all on The X Factor, Wednesday and Thursday nights at 8 on the Fox Network. Paula Abdul, everybody, we're right back with Penny Wormald.